Everything in his life is fine. Good, even. His relationships are stable. His work is going well. Nothing is wrong. And that's exactly what terrifies him. He can't relax into good things. The moment life settles, something inside him starts scanning, waiting, preparing for the thing that hasn't happened yet but feels completely inevitable. Most people call this anxiety, but what's actually happening inside him is more specific than that. And once you understand the mechanism, you'll see it's not irrational at all. 1. His nervous system learned that calm is dangerous, not through logic, through experience. At some point in his life, possibly so early he can't identify when, good periods were reliably followed by bad ones. Stability was temporary. Safety had an expiration date, and the crash always came when he least expected it. So his nervous system did something intelligent. It stopped trusting calm. It learned to use peaceful moments not as rest, but as preparation time. Psychologists call this hypervigilance, a nervous system permanently set to threat detection mode, not because the threat is present, but because it learned that threats don't announce themselves. And here's where it stops being about the past. 2. The feeling you carry isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition that outlived the pattern. Your nervous system built a model of the world based on real evidence, and that model said, good things end, and they end without warning. So now, even when the evidence has changed, even when life is genuinely stable, the model hasn't updated. It keeps running the old program, scanning for exits, cataloging what you have to lose, quietly calculating how bad it would be if it all disappeared tomorrow. Not because you're broken, because you're running on the most accurate map you were ever given. 3. Here's what this looks like from the inside. You can't fully enjoy good news because part of you is already preparing for the reversal. You apologize preemptively before anyone is upset. You plan for the worst, not because you're pessimistic, but because preparation feels like control. And when someone tells you to just relax, to stop worrying, it doesn't help, because the worry isn't a choice. It's a security system that doesn't have an off switch because you never felt safe enough to install one. 4. Here's what the waiting is actually protecting. It's not weakness. It's a form of loyalty to a version of yourself that had to stay alert to stay okay. That version of you was smart. That version of you was surviving. And the nervous system that kept you ready back then is the same one still keeping you ready now, even though now you might actually be safe. The work isn't to stop feeling it. The work is to slowly teach your nervous system something it never learned, that you can put the armor down and the world won't fall apart while you rest. The people who always feel like something bad is about to happen are not pessimists. They are not anxious for no reason. They are people whose early experiences wrote a very specific instruction into their nervous system: stay ready. And they have been ready every single day since. What they need isn't to be told to relax. What they need is enough safety for long enough to finally believe that this time the calm might actually last. If this explains something you've carried for years without a name, subscribe. There's more here that finally makes sense of the things you were never supposed to feel alone in.